The culinary evolution came from kitchens just like these,
This is smelling awesome.
owned by ordinary people.
Thank you so much for coming. Come on in.
The original inspiration for it was from the LA County Fair.
My grandpa Provenzano.
A Chinese chef.
From my mom, she taught me a lot of stuff growing up.
Welcome to Recipe Hunters,
This dish is going to win.
with some extraordinary recipes.
This is pure bliss.
Absolutely delicious.
We are on the hunt for culinary perfection.
Good job.
Our recipe hunters face the challenge of recreating recipes in front of our celebrity guest judges.
The flavors were amazing.
Let's get cooking, recipe hunters. We are on the hunt for creative recipes made in homes all over the world. And then we challenge our top chefs, the recipe hunters, to see if they can recreate them and produce a meal worthy of the greatest compliment a chef could ask for, which is that it tastes home cooked. And today, we're looking at meatballs. Chef Manushka's about to learn that cooking is about the little extra things.
Hi! I'm Chef Manushka. It's so nice to meet you. Hi, Bran.
You too.
So here I'm getting an Italian explosion.
It is gonna be just amazing. It literally just gives you so much flavor in your mouth. You're gonna be like, woo!
I'm getting flavor in my mouth and woo! Let's go. Woo, look at you. You're like cooking show ready.
I am. We have so much going on. It's a lot of ingredients, but like I said, it's gonna be an explosion. It's gonna be good. And it's gonna be very tasty. So.
All right.
A lot of times, when I think of Italy and I think of Italian explosion, I think of still sweet pastry, but then still your savory feel. So with your tomatoes and your different seasonings, and so that's what we're kind of gonna have going on with the meatball.
Awesome.
So first, I have 3 different types of meat. I have.
Someone tried to give me one type of meat the other day. I was not happy about
No, you
that.
can't do. You gotta have all kinds. So I have sweet Italian, we have our regular mild Italian, and then we have brown turkey.
Nice.
So we're gonna kind of just mix that up.
So what was the inspiration for this?
When people ask like, what do you love? Like I really do love Italian food. So I'm like, if I can make my own explosion out of it, why not?
Why not?
So yes, I'm very, very excited about this. I love meatballs. I love bread, pasta, everything that has just like an
You don't look like it. Shut up. You don't look like she eat any carbs.
Actually, let me get a bowl to kind of separate this so we won't be putting random ingredients in a big thing.
I'm
of
your
meat.
sous chef today.
Yes, how amazing. Okay, so we'll do about that much for our meatball. Won't be crazy big, but at least kind of get the ingredients in there.
Wait, what?
Well, I don't want to make the meatball crazy huge, but so I won't be putting like all the ingredients in a big pack of meat. I'm just kind of separated.
So wait, you're stuffing these meatballs?
Oh yes, I'm stuffing.
These are stuffed meatballs?
Stuffed with mozzarella
It's
and
gonna
then
be
a
a
whole bunch
long day on the treadmill and the elliptical.
It's gonna be very delicious though. I like doing the real nice bacon bits, so we'll go ahead and sprinkle that in there. I say usually do like 3 pinches. We'll do a little 4th just to throw some.
Oh my God.
And then we have our lemon zest. I love putting lemon zest. I feel like it gives a nice
Freshness.
kind of taste, so.
Brienne brings the fun fare, tossing in some Italian breadcrumbs, brown sugar, garlic salt, Worcestershire, parsley, fennel seeds, sugar, and cilantro to the mix. Then adds a mixture of chicken stock, buttermilk, and pancetta into the mix.
A little bit of that, and then garlic bread.
I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm gonna have a bite of this. That's gonna be my explosion. Holy crap. Oh, there's bread!
So we have our garlic bread. You go ahead.
And with garlic on it.
Yes, with buttery
butter.
garlic.
With garlic and butter.
Butter it up.
Butter.
I actually am gonna put some liquid butter in there.
Liquid butter.
Yes. Liquid butter in there. We're getting this thing moist, baby. We have our chicken stock, our pancetta, and then our buttermilk. So this is gonna pretty much kind of go all up in there. It's gonna make it soft, but it'll bread up.
Oh my God, is that more butter? What is that? Oh,
This
that's
is
cheese.
Cheese, so it's gonna go on the inside of the meatball. So you mash that all up in there.
This was light.
This is where you're gonna have to stuff the
Fat
cheese
is not
right
a
in
4-letter
there.
word. I like fat.
Hey,
I am fat.
you gotta have good fats now. Gotta have that bootylicious. In Italy, you know, they like the bootylicious.
Oh, they like the brown girls with the
Yes.
booties all over.
So you can't go there like a flat board.
Gosh, there's the cheese.
Yes.
Look at the size of that meatball.
Yes, it is. Usually, like I said, it'd be pretty moist.
And to top it all off, she puts a nice thick coat of breadcrumbs.
Okay, so here now, the meatball is an explosion, but we do have to have a unique kind of pasta.
Okay.
I do like to kind of make this
Because we
pasta.
have to have it.
We do,
Okay.
to calm the meatball down. We have to
Okay.
have some subtleness to it. So what I call this is our guacamole pesto basil pasta.
That's so subtle.
That is so subtle, but then still good when it comes with the explosion meatball. So usually, I mean, I'll go ahead and take, you know, you make your pasta. We'll take a little bit of that and put this in a separate bowl. Guacamole in there. We have our little bit of pesto with olive oil. Just mix that. I should just put like a little bit of that. Pesto is pretty potent. And then we have a guacamole salsa. Also. After that, a cheese bowl is always necessary to put the pasta with. So I'm gonna sparkle a little bit of garlic salt in there. And before, that was cilantro that I put in there.
Let's just throw some sodium in there too while we're at it.
Looks lovely.
Wait, why is that going on there?
So this is our garlic roasted red sauce. The tomato, baby, that bam. And then, oh, let's slide through with the beautiful butter roll.
I hate you. I'm out. No, I'm not.
Cheesy, beautiful butter roll, yes.
Why?
Just right there on the side. You got to. Garnish it.
Why don't you just put some Parmesan on top too?
I mean,
I'm kidding. I'm joking. I am joking.
I know this is a lot, but if I can truly give you the honor of tasting. We'll see a little Italy inspiration.
Okay, dude. Okay, see, that's nice. Oh, there's the fennel. Okay, I got that. All right. No pressure.
This is like a straight up explosion.
Oh, it. Oh yeah.
So you have your savory, but then sweet and then spice.
This is like, I mean, that's like a bomb-ass sausage.
Yeah.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah.
Good job. I actually like Brienne's dish, especially if I were still in college. I could kill a couple of those balls with no problem.
I do think I can win this with this dish. It is amazing, it's explosive, and it will still leave you wanting more.
I totally think I can win with this dish, especially if Snoop Dogg is the judge. Bam! Explosion!
Chef Lee's expedition leads him to a mouth-watering mashup.
Hi.
Christy, hi. Lee from Recipe Hunters.
Very nice to meet you.
Listen, when I heard about meatball donuts, I said I have to check these out.
That's great.
Should we make some?
Yes, I'm already starting on the dough, so come on in.
Oh, incredible. Let's do it. So sizzling bacon in a pan, I mean, that's the sound of love, isn't it?
It is. I take 2 slices and I fry them up pretty well done on each side. The whole idea is that I want the meatball to taste as authentically like a cheeseburger as I can.
Sure.
So
I
these
mean,
sort of represent the grilled onions and the bacon.
yeah. So Christy, tell me more about where this recipe came from.
Original inspiration for it was from the fair, from the LA County Fair. I went with my friend Tony one year and they had introduced a cheeseburger. Instead of a bun, it had 2 donuts with it, and we just fell in love and said, what can we do with this? How can we recreate it at home? So I came home and started to mess around a little bit in the kitchen, get creative, and this is what came out of it.
So, I mean, the bacon's looking real
The
crispy
bacon
to
is
me.
done. Yeah, I'm gonna take this off. Keep the oil in
In go the
pan,
onions.
And here come the onions. And then I let those cook for, I don't know, a couple of minutes until they're a nice golden brown.
Sure. I'm looking at your kitchen. You have a professional stainless steel table here. I'm seeing your movements in the pan and everything. This seems like professional's work. Do you have any
Thank
kind of
you.
experience like that?
I do not have, I worked in a donut shop when I was 16
Ah.
for about a year. And
Okay.
then I worked in a restaurant when I was 19 for about 2 years. But other than that, that's all of my professional experience. Everything else I just do for the love of it. I think these are about done right now. These look pretty good, so we'll turn this off.
Sure. Okay, so I see the onions and the bacon that we just fried. Ground beef.
Ground beef.
What else?
This is 90-10 sort of very lean ground beef. I have cheddar cheese. This is sharp cheddar cheese, plain yellow mustard, salt, kosher salt and ground pepper, panko breadcrumbs, and dill pickle relish.
Okay, cool. No eggs.
No eggs.
Okay, got it. So I'm looking at this. This looks like a cheeseburger in the making. I'm assuming that's what you were going for,
That's
right?
what I'm going for, exactly. So it's really simple. I just take the ground beef.
After adding mustard, relish, breadcrumbs, salt, and pepper, Christy recommends crumbling your bacon into the onions before adding to the mix.
What I do next is I start to roll the actual meatballs. I take enough meat to roll about a 1 inch, 1.5 inch meatball. And then I'll take also a little bit of the cheese and mush it together. Stuff it into the middle of the meatball.
Wow.
And then I'll sort of close up the meat around it. Just so that one bite has this big gush of cheese that comes out of it.
Yeah. So we're talking about a ball of cheese inside a meatball, inside a ball of donut, fried.
And then glazed.
And glazed. Yes. All right, so you're arranging all the meatballs on the pan. Is there a reason why they're going in as tight as they are?
I don't know even if this is right, but I put them in tight because I think that less heat will escape from between them and it'll heat them faster and more evenly. That's my own personal theory.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put them in here right on the middle shelf. It's already set to 400 and we'll just let those cook for 15 minutes.
Time to make the donuts. Begin mixing milk, 2 eggs, and vanilla together. Then add sugar, salt, and melted butter. Then pour in the first half of your flour and yeast mix and let it blend in well before adding the remainder.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
Oh, they look pretty good and they smell pretty amazing. So meatballs go on the plate, they'll cool faster that way because they're not getting the heat from the pan still.
Yes. Turn it out onto this floured surface.
See, here I would not be able to even tell you if you're doing right or wrong. I mean, this is the first experience that I have with donut dough.
So I just knead it just ever so slightly, and it is kind of tough. And that may well be because I don't rest the yeast first. But I roll it out to about a 1/2 inch thick. I just take a glass that's somewhere around 2.5, 3 inches in diameter. And so I'll just start cutting into this, give it a little twist, and it makes just little round pieces. And these I'll layer or I'll place on a floured cookie sheet to let them rise.
What do we have here?
Powdered sugar, whole milk, and a little bit of vanilla.
That's it.
That's it.
Well, that sounds simple.
Super easy. I'm just going to pour these two into the powdered sugar and just with a fork, doesn't even take a lot of work, don't have to use a mixer. I'm just gonna stir it up until it forms a beautiful, delicious glaze.
Yes.
We have our cutout donuts. They have risen. We have our meatballs that have cooled down a little bit.
What does the water do?
The water will help to seal it. So once I'm gonna take the top side and put a meatball in it, and then I need to wrap the dough around it, and I need to seal it. And so I need the water to sort of help create that seal.
Just a little dab of water on the edges.
I'm just gonna lightly dab it.
To help it stick.
And then I'm gonna pinch and fold. And then I'm gonna roll it so it makes a pretty ball.
Those are beautiful.
And put it on the wax paper.
So into the fryer we go.
Into the fryer.
What temperature is the oil at?
It's at 375.
Perfect. How long do they spend in the oil?
Typically about 3 minutes, I think. I don't know that I've technically timed it, but
I mean, that's pretty quick. The meatball's already cooked.
Right.
And we're talking about a pretty thin layer of dough, so.
Right.
Yeah. These are looking
Okay.
gorgeous.
This looks good. Let's glaze these babies. It's a little bit like coloring an Easter egg. Just want to roll it and make sure that it gets an even coat. And then.
This whole dish is about excess.
And we're done. That was simple.
Here we go. Wish me luck. I mean, look at this thing. It's a culinary masterpiece. Christy, you're a genius. It's a really interesting dish. I mean, you're talking donuts and meatballs that wouldn't necessarily go well together, but somehow miraculously it works.
I think this dish has a really good shot of winning because it is unique.
There's so many different combinations of sweet and savory that I can draw out of. You know, you're talking about a lot of Middle Eastern kind of combination of flavors that maybe I'll go with and do a little combination there of sweet and savory. I need to taste it and then take a nap. Is that all right with you?
The hunt continues as our recipe hunters get down to the marrow of life.
Hi. Girls cooking in the kitchen.
Yes.
I'm Chef Manishka.
Ah,
So very nice to meet you.
Welcome. Come in. I know exactly who you are.
Balls.
All right, so this is my cute little kitchen.
This is your cute little kitchen. It's
Little
cute.
kitchen. So what I have is the bone marrow.
See,
already
I'm
roasted
so
down.
happy you have that because bone marrow is part of my holy trinity.
So these recipes are mostly from my mom. She taught me a lot of stuff growing up because not necessarily just cooking for a man or to get one, but cooking so you can take care of yourself, ladies. Remember that. You have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of anybody.
Obviously, someone's done their research and has hit my blog.
Yes, you know.
SingleServingBites.com.
No, but we're Florida girls. That's how we're raised.
That's
though.
how we
It's
do.
Real talk.
Real
so,
talk.
the bone marrow is roasted down. I have the oil from that. It's mixed with the hot sauce and the Worcestershire or Worcestershire or however you people like to say this. And then there is salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. Some lean ground beef. I like to do it.
Because you're adding all the fat to it, so
Yes,
good lean, 80%, 90%.
Exactly. You don't want to do too much because that's some lush stuff right there. So there's
Luscious.
green onion, some nice jalapenos. Get into that beef spit.
Oh,
honey.
all right. Bee- you call it bee spit.
It is. It's like, oh God. He put his hands on those bees, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Those bees. I don't know. Those are happy bees.
Those are some very, very
Honey
happy
that
bees.
tastes like that, those are happy bees, chef. So what we're gonna do is heat this pan up so we can saute the vegetables a little bit to go inside of the meatballs. I'm gonna use the bone marrow oil because, like you said, it's meat butter. So
Meat
we might
butter.
as well use it in every space I can in these meatballs.
So this is your holy trinity: green onions.
Yes, indeed.
Shallot.
Green onions, shallot, and
And-
jalapenos.
Nice.
Will all go in these balls. Also, what I like to do is scoop a little bit of the marrow
Yes, ma'am.
out into
Yes,
the ground beef itself.
yes.
Exactly. I like this, chef. I'm so happy you are here. I'm gonna pour the mix in with the marrow oil, the hot sauce,
That was
and the
sexy.
Worcestershire.
That was very sexy.
And then we'll add these little sauteed vegetables.
So those are your aromatics.
Yes. And then we'll drop in the garlic, salt, and onion powder. Okay, so I'm gonna mix this. Don't wanna mix it too much because you don't want it to get tight.
You're just smacking those balls. Look at you.
I try to get the air out of them.
But look how easily it keeps its form from all of the bone marrow and the bone marrow oil put in there.
Yeah, it's keeping it together. It's a good binder.
Now that Deandra has the meatball in the oven, it's time to get saucy. She starts with a Filipino barbecue marinade and adds soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and that amazing honey. Allow it to come to a boil, then add ketchup, mustard, Filipino pepper juice, sugar, and paprika.
Yep, my balls are looking like balls.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Look at all that oil from the bone marrow, that goodness.
Best balls she's ever made. Hands down.
All right, so we're gonna plate these balls on up. They're done now. My famous signature barbecue sauce. It's only famous
With that
in
bee
this house.
spit.
With that good old organic bee spit.
My mouth is watering right now, actually.
I hope so. Make it look pretty, and it tastes good. And there you have my bone marrow beef
Meatball.
and honey barbecue meatballs, chef. I hope you like it. Hopefully they're as good as they look. Oh, they are. They are. I'm just.
You're the big minus. Oh my God.
Are they good?
Yeah.
The bone marrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything with that honey and,
And
the
the
barbecue
sweet heat.
sauce. Yes, the sweet heat.
I love Deandra's dish. I was really interested in her choices of flavors to put in, especially using the bone marrow. I love that she roasted the meatball and that sauce was on point.
I hope she got the essence of it. She looked happy. She says she's in love with bone marrow, so score points for me there. I tried to put as much as possible in there because you gotta please hot girls and she's hot, so.
I think I'll be able to elevate Dee Dee's dish by sticking with the way I make meatballs, which is Haitian style, but I will definitely throw in the bone marrow and I would be definitely using that sauce.
I'm absolutely gonna win with this dish.
That is so good.
Thank you.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for having me over and showing me those amazing
Thanks for
balls,
having
you
me.
ballsy
I'm
woman,
honored.
you.
I'm honored. I'm honored.
The hunt continues as Chef Lee is served up some old-fashioned Latin love.
Hi.
Maria, how are you?
Good,
Chef
how are
Lee,
you?
recipe hunter.
Welcome.
Look at these cool doors. This is awesome. I'm excited to try this recipe.
Well, I got started. I'm excited to share with you.
All right, let's go. So
Okay.
we're talking meatballs. We're probably gonna do some spaghetti with it. Is that right?
Yes, I like doing these with spaghetti, but I also like making them into sub sandwiches too. So you could do
Oh
meatball
yeah,
sub. What's wrong
of
with that?
course. Okay, so what's our first step here?
Okay, let me tell you how I got started. So this is actually cooling. This is garlic and onions with some dried herbs. So I have basil, oregano, and rosemary, and then I do some red pepper flakes.
Okay, so this is our mixing bowl right here.
This is our bowl. This is where we're getting started. So I have fresh parsley, and
Yep.
then to that I have Parmesan cheese, freshly grated Parmesan cheese.
Lovely.
Super, super important. And then breadcrumbs. I just like to use plain breadcrumbs because I've already added in my own herbs that I like. This recipe came from an inspiration from my grandpa Provenzano, and I took all of his tips and techniques and transformed them into my own recipe.
So this was
So-
a unique technique here that
Yes.
you added some
I
dairy.
actually used some, yeah, so I added in some half and half.
Yeah.
And that really adds in a lot of rich flavor and
Sure.
keeps it really moist too. And then ketchup. I mix all those together, and then of course can you smell that?
I mean, it smells awesome and just such deep flavor. So
Yes.
I'm so happy that we're adding that in.
And that's where a lot of the spice comes in too.
Maria infuses the ingredients before adding beef and pork and a couple of eggs along with salt and pepper.
A cook with soft hands is a cook that you should not trust. So this is really looking like a beautiful mix. We're ready to shape them, yeah?
We are. Okay, cookie scoop.
Yeah.
So I like to do that because then I don't have to worry about them all being the same size. If they're uniform size, then they all are cooking at the same time, or same. They'll be done at the same time. So we're gonna stuff these.
Okay.
All right. So this is smoked mozzarella. Take a meatball,
Yep.
kind of just put a hole in the center,
Give it a little home.
cover it up.
Mozzarella's all cozy
It is.
in there inside
And
the
then
meatball.
you have that little burst of cheese. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So we're ready for the oven.
We are ready for the oven.
All right. So how long are we baking it for?
So
At what
at
temperature?
400 degrees for about 15 minutes.
And they're gonna cook a little bit more in the sauce, aren't they?
Exactly. I like to cook them a little bit more in the sauce. 'cause
Speaking of
then-
sauce.
Speaking of sauce, just in a heavy pot, I do about a quarter cup of olive oil.
Yeah.
I don't chop up the garlic and put it in, press it.
Right.
All I want to do is perfume and flavor the
Right.
flavors. And so that I'm just going to put in there.
The olive oil on itself is just so pungent and strong, and I love that smell.
Just adding in the garlic just gives it that little bit of a kiss of
Yeah.
the garlic flavor without it being overpowering. I
So
think
it's not
a lot.
it's not a punch in the face of garlic. It's more kind of like an
Exactly.
undertone.
White wine is added to the oil and garlic. When the alcohol has cooked off, the garlic cloves are removed. In goes a can of crushed and diced tomatoes. The sauce is seasoned with salt, dried oregano, rosemary, and red pepper flakes. Bring to a boil, reduce to a simmer, and cook for an hour.
Okay, so we're ready for our spaghetti, huh?
We are ready for my pasta.
Pasta is cooked to al dente in salted water.
I
Okay.
feel like our meatballs are ready to go.
I think that they are done.
Oh, they are absolutely gorgeous.
Right out of the oven, honestly, you can just put them right into the sauce. And they cook a little bit more in the sauce, but you want them to be obviously cooked.
Yeah.
There we go. And then,
I'm gonna give the pasta a little stir here so they don't stick together.
so actually, if you wouldn't mind straining that for
Yeah.
me. Wow. So then, this is something my grandpa used to do. Just take a ladle or two, and then I actually put in some sauce, and I let the pasta cook in with some of the sauce. Shall I make you a plate?
I mean, I like cooking, but I like eating way better.
Look at that. Lovely pasta. Okay, how many meatballs?
How many would Grandpa have?
5.
All right, we're gonna go with 5.
So I like to finish this off with a little grated cheese, freshly grated cheese.
I wouldn't
and
expect it any other way.
some fresh herbs.
Yeah,
Does that work for you?
lovely. Pasta is perfectly cooked,
Okay, good.
and the sauce coats it beautifully. It's such a great, comforting combination. It's so nice.
I think he got the essence of my dish, definitely, because I mean, he didn't want to leave.
This was an awesome dish. I mean, we're talking classics here. It's a combination of pasta and tomato sauce, and then tomato sauce and meatballs, and all that just comes together. It's super comforting, it's super familiar, and that is an absolute beautiful thing.
This dish is going to win because it is everything that you want in comfort food.
It's always tricky to try to play around with classic combinations. I mean, you either do it right or you don't do it at all. This was a great preparation for the dish. Elevating it would mean that I would have to change something. That would be a little tricky.
I was very intimidated and scared to cook for a professional chef.
And you're right, it's really bright flavors.
Yeah.
I love pasta.
I know.
I love meatballs. I love this plate.
The home cooks proved there is more than one way to roll a meatball. Brienne threw in everything but the kitchen sink with her bountiful Italian meatball, bowling over Chef Manushka.
Bam! Explosion!
Christy was a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll with her bona fide deep-fried meatball donut classic.
The culinary masterpiece.
Deandra added some down-home flair to create a first-rate plate.
Are they good?
Mm-hmm.
And Maria's reboot of her father's spaghetti and meatballs recipe passed Chef Lee's impress test.
I love this plate.
Our recipe hunters now face the challenge of recreating the winning home cooks recipes in front of our celebrity guest judges here in the Recipe Hunters Kitchen. Welcome to the Recipe Hunters Kitchen. This is the optimal setting for culinary excellence. The only thing standing between our recipe hunters and victory is themselves.
Ready to go.
The judges will look on as the chefs race the clock to create a masterpiece.
I'm going for the win, damn it.
Our recipe hunters, Chef Lee and Chef Manushka, will recreate the home cook's process.
Let's see if I'm good with my chopsticks.
There you go. The Recipe Hunters Kitchen is constructed to withstand the challenges of the most demanding chefs the world over.
Stir, stir, stir.
Doing everything right, don't worry.
It's the perfect environment to inspire our chef's passion for perfection. Recipe Hunters Chef Battle begins now. I'm very excited to introduce today's judges for our meatball category. I'm going to start with Brooke Lewis. She is a screen queen and TV dating expert. Welcome. And then we've got Norman Stewart. He went to culinary school at age 16. He is French trained. Now he is a food stylist to the stars.
Hello.
Welcome, Norman.
Thank you.
And then Mr. John Hennigan. He's an actor, a fitness guru, and luchador known as the Wednesday Night Delight, Johnny Mundo.
¿Qué pasa?
Oh, gosh. All right, so this week was an adventure in finding meatballs, the perfect meatball. Chef Lee, can you tell us about the dishes that you found this week?
So we're talking meatballs today. I visited Christy and she made what probably is the most interesting meatball I've ever seen in my life. She took a meatball and she wrapped it in donut dough that she made from scratch. So it was pretty cool to see. She deep fried the whole thing and glazed it. The second meatball dish that I saw was Maria, and she made this super classic Southern Italian spaghetti and meatballs that inspired by her grandfather. It was really, really good, and yeah, it was a really fun week for me.
Chef Manushka, what about your dishes?
Well, I met Brienne, and Brienne did something called a meatball explosion. And basically it had like 72 ingredients in this meatball, and it was slapped on top of pasta. It was slapped on top of a farmer's sock. Yeah, my thighs are screaming the entire time. She was making this. And yeah, she named it very well. And Dee Country, AKA Country Black, she did a meatball with bone marrow in it. Yeah, so.
All right, chefs, let's see who you chose.
Maria's meatball was absolutely phenomenal. The dish itself was great. It's a classic. It's spaghetti and meatballs, but executed to perfection.
I chose Deandra's bone marrow meatball because Deandra is a hoot, and I needed another opportunity to hang out with her. That girl is just too much, straight up fire.
All right, chefs, can we get 60 minutes on the clock? We've got 1 hour to recreate these dishes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's get cooking.
Ooh.
And the games begin! The chefs spring into action, wasting no time. Chef Manushka is prepared for battle as our judges look on. All right, Maria, what do you think about the ingredients so far? What do you think about all the oils you put in there? Do you use that much oil?
Well, I'm a Southern girl, so that's like
So oil all day.
It runs through my veins. If you cut me, I'd probably bleed Crisco.
Coming right out. So use it in the frying pan.
Watch it.
I'm just gonna go up for the record. The luchadors in the temple are pretty carb conscious, pretty fat conscious.
Oh, really?
So all the oil and all the bone marrow had better be delicious.
Oh my
To
God.
make up for
No
make it
pressure. Señor Mundo. This is kind of fun.
pretty intense. Yeah.
Yeah. This
There
is
we go.
exciting,
That's what I'm talking
inventive.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
talking
secret
about some
ingredient
dairy
right
in
there.
there.
Maria, what's the secret ingredient?
Well, you have to, in order to make the meatballs tender, you have to add some cream. And I told him you can't skip on the fat. Sorry about that. You gotta have.
Is that whole cream?
It's half and half.
He's scared.
Like
Listen,
half and half, like coffee creamer style?
Like legit, like legit half and half. Not like French silk vanilla or
Listen,
something
Johnny,
like that.
there's
Is
no
that similar to
diet
coffee
today.
mate? I thought the most important ingredient in meatballs was meat. And now
Nope,
I'm, now I'm
it's all-
finding
I
out
got the
that
best meat going
that
on
there's-
over here. I got some
That's-
bison and I got some ground short rib.
That's what I'm
talking about.
This is Italian sausage?
Italian sausage.
Here we go.
Okay, so you're on point with checking out the ingredients.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you gotta let me know if they're deviating.
what is Italian sausage made of?
Italian sausage generally has, correct me if I'm wrong, Chef, but it's gonna have Italian herbs like oregano, and is it spicy Italian sausage?
But is it all beef or is it like a
No,
mystery
it's
meat
probably
thing?
pork. No, there's
it's pork,
It's
yeah.
pork.
It's
yeah.
all pork?
Sausage is good because it has that the fat that will also help to keep the meatballs from drying out.
Yeah.
Look at that, we're learning something new every day. Brooke, do you cook at home?
No, honey, I'm such a foodie. It's why I got a big booty. But I do not cook. I make chicken and salad, and that is it. However, I go out to eat a lot, so this is fabulous. I go on a lot of dates, you know.
Oh, I love it.
Part of the dating expert.
She's great.
Now, what is that that you're pouring in all over there?
It's got some habanero hot sauce, some Worcestershire, some cumin, some coriander.
I love cumin.
Worcestershire.
How many?
How do you say it? How do you say it, Didi?
Worcestershire.
What are your spices, sir?
So I got some garlic powder, some onion powder.
Are you measuring that or eyeballing it?
Eyeball it.
Ooh.
Chef Lee is working feverishly while Chef Manushka seems to have hit her stride.
I see she was doing potatoes. Are those going to go with the meatballs?
Yes. Is my interpretation of Country Black's meatball.
So
Where she
guessing that-
actually puts the bone marrow inside the meat. I'm going to put the meatball on top of the roasted bone marrow.
Nice.
Mm.
Oh.
Because I noticed there was a lot more bone marrow on your hands and in the meat. And it's about that meat butter.
What do you think of the deviation? Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with it,
Yeah?
actually. Yeah.
John, how's the idea of meat butter?
Meat butter is making me nervous.
I'm just letting him have
maybe I
his
just don't know what I'm
zesty
looking
moment.
for.
Precisely.
Ooh, that looks so good.
Because this is the only moment he'll have. We came
I hear a lot of talk from that section.
Right? Norman, what do you think about what's going on here today?
I'm loving what's going on over here.
Yeah.
I wish there was some butter in there as well.
Oh, you love butter. In every dish, you love butter. Butter makes it better.
I did legs today.
Arch enemies right here.
But now, what type of meat was that again?
What I have here is I have bison and I have ground short rib.
There we
Are
go.
you all about that one, Norman?
I love the bison short rib. I think it's wonderful instead of just ground whatever.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
This is unreal. No, it smells so delicious.
Miss Country, I need to know, where did you get that name from?
I'm a singer, so basically cater a little bit during the day and I'm a diva by night.
Oh!
And by day.
Well, I'm kind of a diva all the time, but yeah.
Hey,
So
me too.
my artist name is Country Black.
Okay. All right. I love that.
Have you ever considered doing any of those like delivery services, deliver the ingredients, and then you cook? You actually like purchasing the ingredients
The problem
and
I
going out on
have
your
is
own.
I like to have control over what I'm making. And I want to pick out the herbs, I want to pick out the balsamic, I want to pick out the olive oil and the meat, and like that, the quality, and like you don't know what that's going to be until you're in the store or the farmer's market touching it and smelling it. So I bake mine.
Okay.
I bake mine because I told him
Big
I
balls?
have a
Big
toddler,
balls.
so I'm like I can't stand over stove and like run some
keep
meatballs.
thinking
So you leave them in the
But
oven.
I put them in the oven.
And what about the cheese? Isn't your
Right.
cheese just in the middle instead
My
of?
cheese is just in
Okay, so that's a little bit of a difference.
Are they
But
not
I'm
equal?
about to climb over
They're
right
both big
now.
balls.
Look how beautiful those are.
They are
I've
beautiful
got to take
balls.
this. I've got to take this thing off.
Balls.
Getting hot in here?
Great big beautiful balls.
I'm ready for some
Share your
food though.
balls
That's for
with
sure.
me.
When it's using 2 pans, I think it's using 1.
Why do you think that
meat?
is, Norman?
I would go for
A
that.
1 pan?
More control for these balls.
Well, she's a beast, Norman. She can do that. That's why she's on my
But maybe there's,
Oh!
she's leaving more room for the marrow.
Oh, chefs. 30-minute mark. Let's go.
Chef Lee.
Yeah.
Feel
Oh, are
free
you
to pass me that
coasting?
Well, these are the meatballs are out, right?
I'm gonna go ahead and say 20 minutes then. How does that make you feel? The arousing aromas are creating excitement in the kitchen.
You know what's going on in the cauldron?
All right in here. You want to come by and take a look?
Shall we?
Cauldron. I love this.
Yes, I knew my girl
No, no,
had
what
some
you got?
wine over here. She never lets me down.
No.
You got the roasted cherry tomatoes.
Yes.
Get some nice browning color on them. More
Yes.
roasted flavor, deeper flavor.
Lots of love.
Yes, lots of
Oh,
lime.
and there's a nice
Got the
emulsion
olive oil.
going there.
There's the wine that's getting emulsified with the oil.
Yes.
No intestines, no fins.
Little taste.
It's so foreign to you, isn't
It
it?
is. I don't want it anymore.
Looks nice and smooth.
Ooh. Norman approves.
So yeah, Norman, one of the tricks that he did is he added the garlic in with olive oil first, and that gives it just that kiss of garlic instead of chopping it up and putting it into the sauce.
That kiss of garlic.
Just a kiss. So we feel
Just a kiss?
My wine.
And then it's a couple.
Now it's on.
Did I
Do you think
fries?
you should put a
You
little
saw
bit of sugar
fries.
in there to cut that as that?
Country
Yeah,
dancing
I think it
fries?
depends on the
Maybe
taste
done
of the
it yet.
tomato.
Oh, you put them back in? Ah, I see what's going
You
on.
okay with the
I'm
fries?
extremely okay
Especially with
it.
the glass
She
of
can
wine
do
in
whatever
her
she
hand.
wants. She's a beast.
Tomato skins.
Our
in
home
there.
chefs are big fans
think?
of our
Yes.
recipe hunters.
I wonder
Oh,
how much
yes.
it's trying-
As our recipe hunters get closer to plating up, the judges are getting restless.
This is better than any 5-star
Yes.
restaurant I've been to.
Very
Yes.
And then I just
Look at those French fries.
Ooh, that's
Right.
great. Isn't that pretty nice?
Yeah. Feels like a Benihana trick.
Oh wait,
Nice.
nobody tell me we're getting pasta.
Yeah.
We're getting French fries and pasta too.
Yeah, no diets.
I
Get
am
over the
freaking
idea
out.
that you're dieting.
You are in
It's
trouble,
not happening.
Chipotle.
live
You are
here
in
today.
trouble.
Ooh, look at those fries.
So
My
much
goodness.
trouble.
What are we doing? Are you putting the garlic back in?
Yeah, it's nice and soft, so
Yeah, perfect.
put it back in.
It's that truffle salt.
You're getting the okay from Miss
I
Maria.
felt like it was like a okay.
Okay.
Did the marrow go in already? Did I miss that? Or is
No,
that
you didn't miss that.
popcorn?
I have
I
not
don't see
been.
that's the secret ingredient?
Oh my God. I haven't been this.
Chefs, how are we doing?
Great.
Okay, wow, these guys are coasting. I need to see.
Fabulous.
Unreal.
Beautiful.
Butter.
Unreal.
Is the bone marrow for your recipe in the meatballs?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a deviation.
It's a deviation, but she's gonna sit it on top. So when you get in there and get into it.
So you scoop it up with the meatball.
Exactly. I like where she's going. with
Okay,
that.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
People do.
Or what is she spreading on there?
For me, she is spreading garlic on here, honey.
Sing it.
And you're
sing
singing
it.
about it.
Roasted garlic on it, honey.
I can't.
Please do it again.
Brooke, I feel like the salivation.
Totally
Yeah.
salivating. Like
This is too much for
my
me.
stomach's growling like there's an alien in it. All right?
This is too much for me.
Crazy.
This is too much for me.
God, man, I love
I can't.
garlic's the best.
Right.
A lot of garlic going on here, right?
So
There's
you're-
garlic there, there's garlic here.
And
Makes you happy.
It's all about the approach though, because garlic can be, if it's too brown or something like that, it can taste bitter.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's
It's
really
like that
important to
fine line of when it turns. It's
Yeah.
like,
The burnt garlic, you don't want that.
Yeah.
No, you give that to people you don't like.
I didn't really notice
You
that.
know, having a shady dinner
Burnt
party,
garlic
you
is no bueno?
serve burnt garlic.
no.
So here's the trick.
Yes, Lord.
You want to cook the pasta in the sauce for a little bit, because then it flavors the actual pasta.
Okay.
Instead of just putting it from
Is
straight
there a
from the pot to the plate.
Okay. So you want it to cook together. Chef Lee has pulled ahead, flipping the script on Chef Manushka.
Chef Lee, is this pasta completely done right now, or is it did you pull it out a little early?
Perfectly.
Ooh.
It's al dente, meaning
So
it's got a good bite
you want a little
to
bite to it. You don't want mush.
I'll be the judge.
Gotcha.
it.
love overload.
Wow!
For doing this.
Bone marrow is good for your skin, by the way. Did you guys know that?
To eat or to slather on the skin?
Both.
Why?
Both.
It's got a lot of fat in it.
Because it's bone marrow.
Because it's bone
Is it
marrow.
like life force, blood kind of thing?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a very complete amino acid profile,
I believe it too.
but it's also very high in fibers.
I starved myself for this day. Only thing I had was a bottle of Hennessy.
Oh my gosh. You are so funny.
So excited. That's all I could fit.
That's
with these
beautiful.
balls.
Yeah.
It's just classic comfort
Doing my
food.
best.
That is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I'm so excited.
Brooke, are you a happy
Hey.
girl?
So,
I
as
am
judges, are we obligated to eat everything?
You have to eat.
everything.
The clock is winding down and it's time for last looks. Okay, here we go. These look beautiful, chefs.
Meatball heaven. Oh my God.
See you
Thank
next
you,
wanna dig
Chef
in?
Lee.
Just
Thank
wait
you.
1 second.
Thank you.
I'm speechless, and I'm never speechless.
Okay, chefs, these look great. I'd love to hear all about them. Chef Lee, what do you have for them?
So it's basically a spaghetti and meatballs. I mean, that's what's on the plate, right?
Right.
It's a little twist on what Maria was making, but a lot was influenced by your story with your grandfather. So let's say the half and half component, something that I don't usually use, but you know, for you, I did that. You taught me a cool trick with the garlic, how to pull it out, you know, in the beginning. So that's something that I did. But then, yeah, just like a slight tomato flavor and higher on the acidity a little bit, just kind of to counterbalance the sweetness. And then inside the meatballs, golden raisins and pine nuts. So it's like super Sicilian.
Wow,
Yeah.
that sounds incredible. And Chef Manushka, tell them what they're eating.
So this is inspired by a sandwich in San Francisco called a hero sandwich. It's basically a deconstructed meatball sandwich. I call this the shiro.
Ooh!
So if you've ever eaten bone marrow before, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the toasted baguette. You're gonna pull the marrow off of the bone. You're gonna spread it on top of the baguette, and then just start, garnishing with the meatball, with the celery fronds, with the salsa. Just have a party.
Have
It's a
fun
party
with
in your
it,
mouth.
basically.
So there's pickled shallots, there's truffle fries, there's a whole lot going on in there.
My goodness, we need our chefs to wait in the conference room.
Get out.
So sorry. All right. Bon appetit. Get going.
So we're going.
Are we starting
these guys
Yeah,
first?
start with Manushka's. I'm waiting for you guys to build it up.
Oh,
I want to see some first tastes.
I'm tasting along the way, sorry.
Yeah, I know. I see it.
You have to do a lot of work to get
Well, yeah.
Maria, what do you think so far?
I think I'm gonna like these other meatballs better, but I like the marrow.
Okay, all right.
You're gonna
Keep
like
it going.
the other meatballs better? I don't think so.
All right. Country's taking her bite.
that's big country.
It's a-
That's a big
big
country.
bowl.
Big.
What do you think, girl?
I just got pregnant. The baby's gonna be beautiful. This is amazing.
You're happy. You think she did a great
I'm gonna
job.
rub it all over myself.
All right.
I think my only question is it's not the marrow isn't in the meatball, which I think would have been interesting because that's country's take.
Okay.
So it's an interesting dynamic,
Point
but
of
I'd be
contention.
curious to see if the marrow in the meatball would make it more moist or would make it, something
Okay.
like that.
Curious,
All
but
right.
that's not going to happen today.
Okay, let's give Chef Lee's a taste. Okay, Maria, what do you think about Chef Lee's dish?
I love it. I love it. I think the meatballs are really, really tender and beautiful. They have that nice crust on the outside, which is perfectly executed.
That sounds
They have actually, I don't add pine nuts to mine, but I love that he did that because it adds that nice crunch, gives it a lot of texture. And then the pasta is perfectly al dente, and the sauce is nice and acidic, and he does that touch of lemon zest on the top, which
You're
kind of
excited
brings
about
it
the
all
lemon
together.
zest.
I'm very excited. I mean, I'm Sicilian. We put lemon in everything. But you know what? I have not put lemon in my recipe, so that was his touch, and I really like it. I think it's really well executed.
Elevates it, would you say?
It does elevate. It makes it more gourmet.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Country, what do you think over there?
It's okay.
Oh, you like it, don't lie. Okay, home cooks, we need you in the conference room with your chefs while we deliberate with the judges. Okay, judges, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Brooke, that face you're giving me, tell me.
Oh, great stuff. I It is honestly, they are so fabulous. They're so different that it is almost impossible to decide, truly. And you know, this does have such the southern cooking flavor, the spices in the meatball. It is delectable. And then over here, and I'm a huge Italian East Coast girl fan, so this is like right out of Little Italy, and the meatballs are just light and fabulous and clean.
Oh gosh,
and
that
amazing.
sounds amazing. You make it sound great. So Norman, what do you think of the meatballs?
Well, one of the facts is that the marrow is not inside of the meatball.
This is true.
I do love these meatballs. They're really terrific. So I've got a hard one here.
Okay.
The exterior of it is very delicious. It is dry on the interior, which is a shame. But if I was to scoop out the inside and put some gorgonzola in there, it would be really
All right, it's
good.
not what you would do, Norman. It's what we got on these plates.
But the sauce, the jalapeno and the marinated red onion really was
All
nice
about
with
that.
it. Yes.
What about Chef Lee's?
I have to say, this is nice and it's country, but when I taste this, I feel like I could be in Saint-Tropez.
Oh, wow, that's
They
a nice
are
compliment.
light, they're feminine, and they are very juicy. And I can see that there's fennel in there from the Italian sausage, which is a great tip when you're making anything with an Italian
That sounds wonderful.
sauce, anything.
Thank you, Norman. So, Johnny, what do you think?
Well, as you pointed out, the marrow is not actually inside these meatballs, which is great because I was not a fan of the marrow. Both of these meatballs are
So you're a fan of the
delicious.
meatballs?
I'm a fan of the meatballs.
Oh.
Not the biggest fan of the marrow. The fries were delicious. The pasta is also very well done.
Okay, judges, let's bring out our recipe hunters and our home chefs. Thank you both for being here and sharing your beautiful recipes with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. But unfortunately, as we all know, we can only have one winner. And it is out of your control because they took their own creative liberties with it as well. But I just want to let you know what you will win, if you should win. It is a brand new cookware set from American Range. And, most importantly, the golden spoon. You want that spoon?
I want that spoon.
All right, well, are we ready to hear the winner? Chef Lee.
You did it.
Congratulations!
We won! I'm so excited.
Aww, here's your golden spoon.
Look at that.
Aw, well, thank you very much, and hope you enjoy your set.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Both of them were great. They had a hard time, just so you know. But of course, we have to pick that winner.
I'm happy for her. She's nice.
Aww.
Kind of hot, so you know, you can get away with her.
I love that. She is great.
You know, I was pleasantly surprised. I don't put raisins or pine nuts in mine, but the raisins did not make it overly sweet. So I was really, really excited about that. And then the pine nuts added a really great crunch. And even though he spread the cheese out through the whole thing, I was a little nervous, but it was so wonderful. The execution of the meatballs was so beautiful.
The only thing that inspired the deconstruction of it is I just remember watching her putting the bone marrow into the meatball and just a lot of it being on her hands and not actually in the dish. So that was like the only thing that inspired me to do it that way.
Okay, so judges, really quickly, I want to hear why you chose Chef Lee or who you chose.
Both dishes were very good. The pasta was well done. The fries were amazing. But it just came down to balls versus balls, and I felt like I could eat a lot more of these balls.
Okay.
Manusha's balls were very nice. They were nice and crunchy on the outside, and they had great flavor. But health consciously, I liked Lee's because of the raisins and the pine nuts, and they just felt nice and health conscious.
Oh, okay.
And the pasta was cooked perfectly.
So I authentically was obsessed with both dishes, I have to let you know, and your balls were light and clean and phenomenal. But like a real spring queen should, I had to go with the bones and the sassy pants over here, so I chose yours.
Okay.
Bottom line, I'm almost gonna cry. My grandpa would be very, very proud. He'd be very proud. Yay!
See, that's the best compliment I can get. That's it.
The hunt for the next culinary sensation can come from a kitchen near you, just waiting to be brought to life. See you next week on Recipe Hunters.